Can I be for real? Baby, can we talk? Ain't trying to take nothing from you, girl, I just want your heart. I got a feeling you feeling we be better apart. The inconsistency killing what we thought was the spark. Missing the long day trips just to ride with you, rolling up weed on the beach, getting high with your head video. Come with 3, 4, 5 pictures, take you back to the room and I slide in you. I remember how we used to have motherfucking ball. The smile on your face if I text when I call. Late conversation, we could talk about it all. Walk around holding hands like kids in the hall. But it's getting mixy cause you hit me with the switch out. And girl, I think it's time for you to hear about the shit I never could get out. So listen carefully and let me list out what I need for you for us to turn this shit around. So can I talk to you? Can I be for real? Trying to put it together, but I'm missing pieces still. Emotional roller coasters giving me queasy feels, and I don't know if you can see for real. So can I be for real? I gotta let it out. Shout out, all I need for you to do is hear me out. I'm playing cards from a deck that you've been dealing out, without a chance to get my feelings out. So can I talk to you? Can I be for real? Trying to put it together, but I'm missing pieces still. Emotional roller coaster giving me queasy feels, and I don't know if you can see for real. So can I be for real? I gotta let it out. And shout out, all I need for you to do is hear me out. You went from being somebody I couldn't be without into some shit that I can live without. So can I be for real? I wanna talk to you. I wanna spend a minute, share my thoughts with you. Is you gonna let me finish, or you gonna start tripping? Sidetracking with them comments, keeping my thoughts slipping. So let me be for real, let me get to the point. It's when you're tired of listening, it's okay to be blunt. But I'ma keep the shade, so I don't kill the vibe. Just have a conversation while we touch the sky. So can I talk to you? Can I be for real? Trying to put it together, but I'm missing pieces still. Emotional roller coasters giving me queasy feels, and I don't know if you can see for real. So can I be for real? I gotta let it out. Shout out, all I need for you to do is hear me out. I'm playing cards from a deck that you've been dealing out, without a chance to get my feelings out.
Oh crap.
Oh, look at you.
Hey, Manushka.
Hey, girl. You look beautiful.
Thank you. You dyed your hair? Is that new?
No, this is my hair. Y'all just ain't never seen my hair.
You look like you tired, girl. Like you just did a little dance.
Tired.
What's going on, people? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Am I super loud?
Like, you really fucking loud, yes.
Okay, y'all. So this is look. Okay, I got live on my phone. See y'all? I could just set y'all up right here, huh? Y'all can see me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today, do I look like Kelly Rowland, y'all?
Yes, you do. You got your legs laid.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're gonna kill them all, and we're gonna let everybody know about the formula. First of all, we want to welcome everybody to the formula, the most potent mix of conversation you'll ever hear. I am your host, Chris Carter, along with Milf and Manushka. And today we have quite an interesting topic for you. Of course, we're going to get into a few other things. But before we get started, ladies, how y'all been doing?
I've been doing all right.
You want to know the truth? Yeah, I've been up and down. I'm glad it's Thirsty Thursday. You feel me?
It's Baby Friday, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sipping. Both of y'all took a sip at the same time. Y'all strapped?
What y'all drinking on?
Oh, you gonna take me out the middle, hater?
I'm drinking on Pacific Fruit Vineyard Sweet Blueberry from Aldi.
Pacific Fruit. It sounds kind of fruity.
It is.
Oh,
it is
really?
very. Yes.
Okay.
What are you? I know Stella Black.
Well, I know we got a few people in, but we do want to encourage you to make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. And also, it helps the channel grow. It helps the show go. The formula, which is designed to bring, we're just going to bring you conversation about various topics. And today, we want to take off from where we left off with our Clubhouse discussion, where we got into a very, would y'all say, was it heated or was it more educational?
No, it was definitely an educational exchange of of emotions from different people. I think we really learn a lot from each other as men and women from that conversation.
I think it started off heated. It started off like going in for the kill.
Because I've heard worse. It was just a back and forth at each other instead of actually listening.
Okay. I know some people gonna probably ask what the topic's about, and we're gonna go into it. I'm such a great person, so why am I still single? Man, why am I still single? I guess a lot of people gonna ask themselves that question. Also, listeners, you can drop a comment in the comment selection. We'll be able to see that on the StreamYard, and we'll get your comments up on the screen as you post any questions. But that is a topic, and ladies, whoever wants to take the floor first. But when you think about it, I'm a great person. Why am I still single?
Why are you still single?
Damn, you start off. Like she hit me first. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm too picky.
Picky?
Could that be a something that would cause people to still be single?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It depends how picky you are, because at the end of the day, you got to have your standards too,
There's a difference. Yeah, it's a difference between being picky and selective. So are you over selective, or are you like picky, you nitpicky?
Well, I mean, I didn't heard you looking for Miss Perfect.
Who?
Miss Perfect, you're looking for somebody that don't exist. You're trying to create a Frankenstein. You got all these images in your head of various people you dated, and you're trying to put them all together to make one. That's all the kind of stuff I heard. I think women do that more than men, though.
Oh no, off rip. Yeah, I definitely attest to that. Yeah.
Tell me why. I mean, y'all got all these images of what a guy's supposed to be. Tell me why.
Because I don't know. I feel like we visionaries. We try to tap into the future.
You broke up. What you were saying, Manushka?
I said we're visionaries. We try to see with that person, so we break it down all the way.
What you mean break it down all the way?
All right, we process not only what they do for a living, where they want to be, who they are, what their family dynamics are, what their values are, if they're religious. There's so many different factors that go at play. So when you try to create the person, you're not only just talking about physical attributes, you're talking about spiritual and mental as well.
I was talking to a friend of mine just not too long ago, and she was saying, and I was just kind of letting her know about the topic of what we were going to be discussing. And I just basically told her, I said, a lot of times is that we have these perfect images in our head of what we want, but at the same time, we don't know what the image that we are going after wants. You know what I mean? So in other words, I'm gonna say it from a guy standpoint. You want Mr. Perfect, or you want this. You got this image of a guy in your mind, but do you know what that guy wants? And I told her, now I don't know. Y'all may get mad. I don't know. But I told her, I said, I don't think women sometimes be listening. Like they don't be listening to what guys be saying when they tell them what they want. Like they just don't be listening. Like as you trying to talk, they trying to talk, and I'm like, yo, I hear you telling me what you want, but
we're more expressive. That's why we're emotional, delicate little creatures. And then we get all in our feelings. Sometimes I feel like women, we react. And we want to let you know this is how I'm feeling, straight up. Like we don't hear nothing else. I just want to get this out. I just want you to understand how I can feel, how I'm feeling, and we be good.
But I think that's where the lack in conversation comes in, because we're busy trying to tell them what we want and not listening, and vice versa. So the conversation is a big miscommunication.
Yeah,
well, definitely. We was talking about that last time, the communication between men and women. I don't know. I really don't know. When it comes to being single, I feel like a lot of people are still single because they don't even know what they want just yet. Some people are. That was me. I can say me. I didn't know exactly what I want. Like, you think this is what you want, and when it come your way, it don't work out because that's not what you really wanted. Does that make any sense?
Somewhat, but do they know it? I mean, my thing is, do you know how to treat it when you get it? Like,
That's what I mean.
you know,
Right.
yeah, like you say you want this, and I'm going to talk specifically from the guy's point of view because I can't tell you what it's like to be a woman. I can just tell you what it's like to be a guy. From the guy's point of view, like when you and I'm going to be kind of more biased with this is to say
Yeah.
when you do talk to somebody, you meet somebody that you're interested in. I mean, the interaction and how they handle you sometimes. Some men, I don't like it sometimes. So, because it's like you're coming into it. Let's talk, but then can we actually have a conversation, or can you actually hear me without either over talking me or I just damn near telling me what I think. Like you ask me a question, I tell you what I think, and then you say, "No, that's not what you think." I'm like,
That's
man,
not what it is. Yeah. No, that's a big issue for real.
And then when you say something, it's like, okay, he's being difficult, or he's being male chauvinistic. He's too bullheaded. I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to tell you my opinion. That's it. That's all I'm
But
gonna.
sometimes we don't need that opinion. Sometimes we're not asking for your opinion. We just
What?
bring it how we feel.
No.
We just want you to listen and then be like, all right, baby, it's okay. I got you. That's it. It's so simple. Women,
Hold on.
man.
Now it also depends on
Y'all see what she doing now? I just said what she do. I just told her what I was thinking, and what she just do. Oh, see that's not what. I'm like,
Yes.
What did I do? Tell me.
You told him that's not what he was saying.
She just did it. I'm like, damn. I'm like,
Hey.
Oh, my bad.
Yo,
Work in progress.
work in progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do notice that there are a lot of single sisters, right? And there are a lot of there are a lot of single men. So, if everybody's like that perfect person, right? They say, well, I got the house, I got the car, I got the $100,000 job. Okay, well, why are you still single?
Yeah.
And then there's no one that ever I'm looking for the point where people kind of just say, okay, well, let me just examine myself. Let me just see what it is about me why I'm still single versus saying, well, all the niggas no good or all the women no good or it's their fault. I ran into a bad person. I'm like, damn, come on now. I mean,
that's what led me to the mirror moment that I had today about this topic. I literally just sat down. I was like, when it comes to dating, what do I want? Am I the person that I'm looking to receive? Am I ready to receive that? I say I'm single because I'm still learning to create like healthy boundaries for myself. That's something I never did before. So when you start dating as a person who is, working at a higher capacity of being and understanding yourself, it is that much harder to find someone because you're not going to budge. So you're going to always feel like everyone that's coming to you is not meeting your requirements. So you're just going to be like, nah, fuck that. Let that go and move on. So it makes you feel like, damn, what if it's something with me? But it could also be both. It could be something within yourself that you're not seeking or not being, or it could be something in the particular person that you're talking to that is not, that you don't have the same vision as each other.
But what if you feel like you got it all together though? Like, okay, I feel like I'm already working myself. I'm good. I'm ready, but you're still single.
Because maybe the quality of guys that we're meeting, whether are the quality of women that men are meeting, your visions are just not lined up. The communication is not there. There's something within the foundation that gets broken very early on that we're not paying attention to until later on. And then we're like, wait, what happened? The foundation was weak is what happened. So the foundation of communication needs to be strong because off rip is not good, especially now.
I believe that it should be, you know, when it comes to like starting to date somebody, I believe that maybe it should be like an initial conversation that people should have that's important, you know, in the beginning, so they don't, you know, be messing around and they realize, oh, this is not the person I connected with. What conversation can people have to where like it's introduced? Like, okay, this is what I'm about, you know, kind of laid on the table up front, you know, and stop wasting instead of wasting all that time.
But,
you know?
but when people do that, don't they say automatically like you're being too deep, or you're jumping the gun, or people feel rushed? Like, for instance, when you you first meet somebody, and then you say, "Hey, all right, let's talk about the relationship. Let's talk about and they're like, "Whoa!" I mean, you know, from a guy's point of view, if we come into a relationship, you just meet a girl, and then you start talking to her about the depth of a relationship. Do y'all not feel rushed, or do you not feel like, okay, this guy's trying to rope me in too fast? Do you not feel that?
No, I feel that a man that does that is confident in who he is and knows what he wants, and will not bullshit around that. The ones that are like, whoa, wait, this is too much pressure. That means this ain't what you want. This ain't really what you want.
You talking
go ahead.
You talking about when it's too much pressure?
Yeah, if a guy says too much pressure, like, oh, it's too soon. You're putting too much on me too soon, or you're expecting too much too soon. My time is my currency.
Let me ask you, is that something women do too?
Yeah.
Like if a woman doesn't want a guy and he starts talking about that, do they start saying that? They're like, oh, this is like, I can't think. I'm just a little confused right now. Do they see that?
I do. I'm not gonna lie. When and they be talking like, I was talking to this one boy a while back, and he like, oh yeah, like, I want to marry you. Like, he was just like all on it. Like, it freaked me out. Like, hold on. He was like, well, I already know what I want. Like, you're what I'm like, hold up, let me figure out. Are you what I want? Like, hold on.
But did his actions match what he was saying? Like, was he acting like a man that was looking for a wife?
Honestly, I didn't stick around long enough for that one. But let me say this though, but just how, you know, Chris, you saying, oh, you know, people might feel rushed when if we started to normalize, you know, a serious conversation, everybody putting their cards out, their expectations, what they want. You know, I feel like that we should normalize that, because why do people get in a relationship? People get in a relationship just to say they got a boyfriend, girlfriend. Nobody has a mentality like, oh, I'm gonna get in a relationship because I potentially want to be with this person for the rest of my life. You know, maybe people should take it slow on relationships. Then I don't know. It's confusing. It's just a lot. You know, but if people be straight up like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. You know, lay your cards out on the table. Boom. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is my, like, talk about beliefs. Nobody talk about beliefs. The first thing, let me tell you what guys do, what y'all men do. Let me tell you.
Oh, there you go, that word, y'all.
Y'all, I know being in my younger days, in MILF younger days, back in the day, you feel me? The first thing a guy want to do is, oh, you smoke? Like, they trying to get you sauced up. Like, that's the first conversation. Oh, what you want to drink? Oh, you know, then, oh, let's go out to eat, or, you know, like, that's it. That's the first conversation.
What's wrong with it? Let's go out to eat.
Because it's like they trying to feed you to make you feel good, to offer you, buy you some drinks. They trying to get, it's a setup, bro. It's a setup. It's a setup.
Man, first, do you ever think people even look at the choices they make though?
No, we ain't talking about that right now. Okay.
I'm just asking that. Like, because
so what is a good first date? Like, what is a?
Thank you. That's exactly. Ding ding ding. Where are my sound effects at today? You know, we need some.
Okay, Chris, you ain't on it. Come on, man.
Yo, I mean, we had some technical difficulties.
Hell no. Okay. So anyway, before I was really interrupted by Chris, I feel like that's the problem. Once again, the generational curse, the way men and women go out on first dates, like it just, I feel like, why not go to the park? You know, let's do some OG stuff. Let's do some back in the day type stuff when they didn't have all this stuff, you know, to really get to know somebody, you know. But people used to go on first dates at the movies. Why? You're sitting there, you can't even talk to each other.
Yeah, that's not a good first date at all. Good first date is like the beach the day.
They say what they say about the first impression, Manuska?
What?
What do they say about the first impression?
Oh, you only got one chance to make a first impression.
Right. So
if
like,
you're lucky, you get two. If you're lucky.
Right. I feel like going to eat, like it's too much stuff to focus on because you're trying to eat, especially the girls. Well, I don't be trying to eat all day. I be hungry. I ain't got time for it. But it's like you're focusing on eating, you're focusing on everything except the person. And then it's mostly, everybody got questions. But it's the same question. Oh, where are you from? Oh, how many kids?
But see, that's why it needs to be like an organic conversation. I feel like organic conversations it's not mine.
That's Chris. Annoying me.
What's that? Hey, I know. That's my sound right there.
Everybody.
No, that does not work.
Yeah, but the whole I do understand what you're saying, but still, if we look at the bottom line, if we look at the bottom line though, and you start asking yourself though, but if we all three single and everybody else that kind of chimes or look at this and they ask themselves why they're still single, but they say, hey, I'm a really good person, and if you're a really good person, then somebody's gonna kind of eventually come and pull you in. So. Does it go back to our three things? Mind, body, spirit. Are we missing one of them?
You have to be connected.
Common sense. What about that? Oh, that's the mind. Never mind.
Common sense.
You got to be connected on all three because we are 3-part beings. We're our mind, we're our body, we're our soul. A lot of the times we only connect 1 or 2 ways with people. It's very rarely that we connect on all 3 levels. That's the sign right there that that's the person that you should be trying to build with. Because a lot of people end up only connecting on the physical. The sex is good, we fucking, but they don't go no further than that. You don't go on dates. The dates is in the bedroom and that's it. Okay, maybe you connect on 2 ways. You have good conversation and the sex is good. There's still something missing. Your spirit is not being nourished. So if you don't have someone that nourishes your spirit, who stimulates your mind and who fucks the shit out of you.
Kind of. Okay. Did you say that? What if you connect mentally, and spiritually? What about the body? What if they sex is whack? Is that a deal breaker? Are you just gonna let this
go? That's a deal breaker. Hell yeah. I don't want to be in a situation having whack sex. Sex is a spiritual experience when you really think about it. It's physical, but it's also spiritual. You sharing energy with this person in a closed space, like that's forever. You don't want to do that and it's whack. Nah, that's a waste of time. Oh, but this person is a good person. No, but they don't know how to suck dick, so no.
Oh, they don't do it.
See?
Yeah, that is something, but I mean, but it could
your mic is muted.
Yeah, but could it also be something else that's missing? Like, and when I say something else is missing, or it's something that you're refusing to look at in the mirror at yourself. Because here's the thing I look at it. Everybody has a standard in their mind of what they want. Like, and here's the thing, I hear women say, oh, it's not about the money or it's not about how a guy looks. But when it all boils down to it and you ask certain questions, it does come back to, they do want some type of standard. Like guys, they want some type of standard. And I think there are various levels of people. In other words, I think everybody you kind of categorize people on levels, right? And so you have a certain level. And then what happens is that level kind of sticks in your head. And I'm just speaking hypothetically from my point of view. That level sticks in your head. And this is the level I want. Now, I'm not finding my level of what I want. But the level is out there because you've seen it. You know it exists. But that level isn't talking to me. So what am I missing? That the level I want is not talking to me. Instead of saying, well, maybe they just, you kind of, like you said, I think Manushka, you said earlier, they kind of push the blame off of saying, well, it's them. They just don't know a good thing when they see it. Or you're going to miss your blessing. Like I honestly, I've had other women tell me, and I said, well, no, I'm not interested. And they say, oh, you know what? you just looking at this, and you gonna miss your blessing. I'm like,
No,
I'm gonna miss my blessing.
Well, miss your blessing, bro.
no.
Yeah, and then I said, okay, so is it fair to that particular woman that I know there are things that they have that I don't want, but I'm gonna just go talk to her anyway?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The truth is what matters. I feel like that person may not see your value as it applies to them. Like you could be a very valuable person, but everyone you come across is not going to see that value. And that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or that person is just a fucked up person. No, there's some people who are still processing, and you may not just match up with someone who you connect with. It doesn't even mean anything half the time. It ain't no deeper than, well, this was the right situation, right person, but at the wrong time. And you just keep it moving.
Yeah. Now that you said that, what happened, Chris?
What you about to say?
What had happened was, what I'm about to say is how Manuska said that, you know, like if it's not the right person at the right time, keep it moving. And that's true, you know. Remember we was in Clubhouse, there was a guy, he was dope as hell. His name was Sarif. And pretty much Sarif, he was just saying how, you know, when people get together, you know, they're looking for that person that they want to spend their life with. Like, oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, but then it don't work. Then they're just like, oh, it's the end of the world. He pointed out saying like try not to think about that. I mean, of course you want to think about that. Like you want to know, like you want somebody to spend the rest of your life with, but it's like, if it don't happen, like don't be so bummed out. Just take it as like a learning lesson. Like, okay, you know, like you had good times, you know, and take that for what it is and just move forward. You know, that just wasn't the person. You know, versus
like every experience, it makes you realize what you want, what you won't tolerate, what you will tolerate, what you're looking for. So it's all a part of it. It actually needs to happen. If it worked out with everyone would be in a relationship and be happy. But there's people that relationships help grow you, and they teach stuff about yourself, and other people learn stuff about you as well. So it's all needed, really.
Right. Well, at the end of the day, it's like, can't nobody help you grow but besides you at the end of the day. Like, because I'm not about to go through, like I already did, any more bunch of relationships to keep learning me. Like, no, like I got to figure it out on my own, you know? But I feel like, go ahead.
So you saying you're not trying to get your body count up?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done taking down bodies. I'm done being Kill Bill over here, jumping in bodies.
Damn,
I got room for like maybe one or two more. That's it.
1 or 2 more heartbreaks, and then that's it.
Within a 3-year span, at least.
but real talk, I mean, even people that listen to it, like, you know, and I mean, it might be somebody saying, "Damn, you know, they got a lot of shit together." Or, you know, career wise, they got a lot of shit together. House wise, they got all this shit together. They can't find the right person. They you know, I hear that so much. Like, I can't find the right person. Or, and what I'm saying is, you know, I hear that from ladies. Now, guys, I don't hear guys saying I can't find the right person.
I know why. Let me interject.
Okay.
Because I was actually going to wait to, you know, I was being patient till it came across my time. But, you know, how you say guys, they're not saying that a lot. You know why? Because guys is the one, y'all is the one that be, you know, not seeing the good women like me and Manuska, you feel me? Y'all not recognizing real, because real recognize real and y'all ain't being real. So what y'all want to do, especially the men that have money, y'all got so many options. Y'all not about to let that go. Y'all not about to hang up that player coat, you feel me, for one person. That's the problem. And that's where us women, we end up hurt. You know, we invest ourselves, you know, but men, they want to put a thumb on those, no, oh, this is a good one. Like, they want to have their cake, eat it too, have an ice cream cone, have an ice cream truck. They want to have Baskin Robbins around this motherfucker and have 31 flavors. They're never satisfied. That's why
I can't agree with that completely.
You on my side.
I can't. Because then you're placing all the blame on them. Nowhere in there did you say anything that us women do. And us, you're putting all the blame on the men, and I just can't do that. We got shared blame.
Now, because the men they try to have 31 flavors over here, so now the women are retaliating and they're becoming feminists. That's what's happening. You know, it's a reaction from what the men did.
But hold on, is feminists helping them find somebody, or is feminists just keeping their ass single?
Both.
They're still single. That's the thing. They're still single. And then to me, what happens is they put that same venom in the younger girls. So now,
what's wrong with being single though? Too, that's a good question. What's wrong with being single?
What's wrong with it as long as what you're doing is putting purpose into you for yourself. Because there's different types of being single. We could be single and fucking. You could be single and searching for yourself, working on your career, going to school, healing your traumas. There's different levels of being single.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I think where people start saying what's wrong with being single, but when your ass is getting older, and you know, honestly, when you're like, like when you young and you hot, or when you know you middle, you hot, or whatever the age. You hot, like my dad said, that shit don't last forever. So when your ass is sitting,
black don't crack, honey. Black don't crack.
Black don't crack, but I'm telling you, it's a new one born every day. You know, it's a fine one born. It's a handsome young man born every day. So I'm saying as people get older, I think shit starts coming in perspective. Like for instance, I always say, what good is the house? What good is having $1 million mansion? 30 cars, and you ain't got a damn person to share with.
It sound like what's his name? Luther Vandross. A house is not a home.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, we see movies like that all the time where you know it's like somebody's in the world and they by themselves. Like you can have, you could take everybody in the damn world and you can have everything, and you still gonna go nuts because the human nature is something. I mean, that's why solitary confinement. Those people go damn crazy sometimes because
it's not.
They're making up people to talk to. So if you know this and you say like, I think that's where the perspective is like, hey, if you want to be single, then be single, but you got to know every year is ticking, and as each year ticks. You know, like you say, I don't know. There are not many things that as it gets older, it appreciates. It kind of depreciates. Like, you know, shit changed. Like the older you get, shit starts.
The oldest one out of all of us. Are you depreciated now?
No. I'm gonna tell you. Listen. To be honest, I'm not what a damn 20-year-old guy is. You see what I'm saying? And I realize that. So my thing is, eventually, yeah, you can look a certain way at this age. You can do all the damn. I can go out and do all the plastic surgery. Like you see people doing that shit, and their face be all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, because I see my parents, something gonna stop working. Shit gonna change.
I'm
just being real. Like shit gonna change. So in that process, you know, are you gonna get older? You know, who you gonna share all this with? Like for instance,
so you gotta get with somebody before your body starts to break down, right?
Damn, yeah, you got to. I mean, to be honest, and see, here's the thing. That's the thing. That's where I think like people got to get real with themselves and understand. Like, I mean, come on, man. They got people out here like freezing eggs and shit. Like, I'm like, man, are you serious? So is money like they talk about money? People talk about careers. I understand that, but one thing I started learning as I looked at my parents is that, you know, careers are good, but after a certain point, they don't be talking about that shit. Like my parents don't be talking about careers. They be talking about health and shit. Like, damn, I hope you know my legs well. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm watching them. They growing old together. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They growing old together. It's somebody right there with them. It's somebody sharing that shit with them. And I think that's the thing. Like, if and a lot of times when you're in a relationship and you got a significant other, when you do good things, you go tell them you want to see that response of damn, they happy for you. You want to feel that. So you can have 1,000 awards, then go to the house, ain't nobody there. So you hang all your trophies up on the shelf. Long as I've been playing football, there's not one damn trophy ain't collected dust. That I go by like, oh, that shit. I don't even think about it. I don't give a shit about the trophy. But only thing I remember is the dudes that we went through the fire with, like with the process of growing. So I'm like, when people start, and like I say, I think means it's just my perspective. So I'm not saying this shit is tell all, but some people may feel me on this, is that when you start growing, you do want somebody to share the shit with you. You do want somebody to grow with you. I don't care how hard you are. Eventually, life will humble your ass. So you got to come to grips with something. So it's either gonna humble you through experience, or it's gonna humble your ass through time. But one of the two gonna humble your ass.
Right.
Just like that dude who walk into the club at 55 years old, talking about, what's up, baby? She's like, oh, what's up, granddaddy? Damn. And this is the crazy thing. This is what my pops told me. He said, son, let me tell you when you get ready to go into a different age bracket. When those same girls you were looking at started dressing you as sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. He said, oh, your ass, you done stepped into another age bracket. I'm going to let you know that now. Now, no, you can say what you want to say. And then I'll be pulling up at the Chick-fil-A or something. Or yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. I'm like, dang. Okay, all right. Another age bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's okay.
But that shit don't. Women look at that shit differently. Y'all be avoiding that shit.
Again, with this
avoiding what?
Can we kill the word, y'all?
What do we avoid?
Milf said y'all,
and I addressed it when she said.
Okay, Chris. What do we avoid now?
Y'all avoid age, man. Y'all avoid age altogether.
That's an old notion.
Why you say that?
It's an old notion because people used to say back in the day, oh, you don't ask a lady her age. Nowadays, they work hard. People work hard. People look younger. People are proud to say how old they are. Guess how old I am. That's the new game.
That's me. I'm like, how old you think I am?
18.
If your ass old, your ass is old.
Regardless.
I don't care what this is. If you old, you old, man. If you young, you young. I mean,
What's old? What's old, Chris? Because I feel like
old
is different than old for men. Tell me.
No, for
like talking about old for women, old for men.
Yeah, give me an age.
All right.
Well, when they're panicking.
I think men start coming like to grips with things right about the age about 40.
Wait, you said 45? That's y'all.
Chris?
Wait, 45? That's when y'all want to get your life together at 45?
No, men have their life together, but I think that's when they start taking things in perspective.
You said men have their life together.
So all the way up to age 45, y'all men is playing games. That's what you're saying?
Not all men. Not all men are playing games, but there's certain things we don't worry about that women kind of panic about.
So what's the age for women then?
I think women start thinking about things right about 28, 29.
What? Why is there such a big gap?
Because here's the thing. Because most women say like even people like girls I've talked I feel a sense of panic if there's no kids involved. They have no kids. They're at the age of 30, about to hit 31, and like, I don't have no kids. This is what they say. Oh, maybe I just won't have kids. They'll say that. I see the panic. At about 35 now, they almost damn near start giving up. Like, maybe I just not gonna have any kids. Like men,
we start thinking about it because we start thinking about the fact like, okay, it's gonna take time to get to know somebody. Y'all do because it take y'all till damn near 80 years old to get it together. Like, we got to keep dibbing and dabbing until we find the right one. It's like,
yeah, but then, we see, we when we talk about women, we always go to childcare and the fact that we can give birth, and that is supposed to be what scares us. But some women can decide to not want to have kids and be fine with that. But people always use kids to gauge happiness as if there's some kind of plethora of motherfucking happiness. That's not always the case. Kids are motherfucking stressful, okay? So
they are.
So if a woman decides, well, I don't want kids, they're already looked upon in society as, oh, you're damaged, or oh yeah, you can't make kids, or man, nigga, maybe I don't want kids.
Right, maybe not.
True. But then when you're talking about a man, you see there's a bias there. When you're talking about a man, we're talking about him getting his life together. Why, when people talk about women, it goes to having kids as if that's all the fuck that we could do. That's
right, just make a baby, pop a baby out.
That can be fucking reached is, the fact that I gave birth to a child that's gonna suck the life out of me. No. There's so much more value in us than that. If men could be described as, oh, well, yeah, we get our lives together at 45. Well, we start panicking at fucking 35 if we don't have kids. That ain't say shit about career, shit about purpose. Go deeper than that. Try again.
But even though we talk about career, all right, I hear women talking about career, but the same women that I talk to that's talking about career are saying, where all the men at?
So after she got her career, now she's trying to.
No, where all the men at? But the thing about it is that the type of men they want. That's the thing. Like I'm saying, the type of men they want is where they limit themselves. I think they just limit themselves. But it's like, why not go for it all together? Like, I don't understand. That's part I understand. Like, the career is I know it's very important, but in actuality, I just don't hear that. Like when I'm talking, I don't hear that. I've been around women, and I'm still around women that have careers, but when they talk, it's more so like they want somebody to share with them.
Yeah, but you can. There can be a balance between both, I believe. But I don't mean just career as in work-wise. I mean also purpose. Like, what is our purpose here as a human being? Are you fulfilling that? And are you, are you trying to find someone who's going to help you fulfill that, who's going to share in that?
So, but Maxim, what do you think a woman's purpose is?
I think a woman's purpose is whatever she chooses it to be.
Are you Christian?
I am spiritual.
Spiritual. Do you read the Bible?
No, I don't, but I know of it. Yes.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask, because people who like women who read the Bible and all that, it kind of defines a woman's purpose. Now, if you don't read the Bible, that's a little different.
So you don't believe that everybody has their own purpose in life? You believe, oh, you're a woman, you have this purpose? I mean, I read the Bible. I'm really like focused on like a woman's purpose or whatever, never have I thought about that. But I just believe I have like each of us as an individual, sex, nothing has nothing to do with our purpose. I feel like the sex, age, color, nothing has to do with purpose. Well, I could be wrong.
I don't know, but I'm just saying the Bible defines a woman and a man's purpose.
Are you talking about in a relationship? The woman's part role, is that what you mean?
Yeah,
okay, that makes sense, because I know Manuska, like you're talking about purpose, like purpose in life, right?
Yeah,
I think he's more so talking about a woman's role in the relationship.
God they said God made a helpmate.
Okay, but you got to help us help your ass. What the hell?
No, we just got to provide. No, we just got to provide vision.
Wait, you just gotta what?
No.
Hell no.
Okay.
I'm just saying, and I'm just talking about in the household. A man has got to provide vision.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
A woman, when she sees vision, she has an innate ability to execute on it.
Right. So y'all y'all just see shit and we do shit. Yeah, that sounds about
right. But the problem is when each person steps out of whack. So the woman now,
the roles are not interchangeable.
They're not. And I think in the black family, that is almost seen as male chauvinistic. But yeah, for a man to say for the house. Now I'm not talking about in the workplace. I'm not talking about interacting. I'm talking about just the household. When it comes to a man and a woman, the man is supposed to provide vision, but a woman comes because she can execute that. So, like a man, even though he understands the vision, having a woman that understands how to execute it helps him do it better because she can make it a whole lot easier for him. Because she's gonna see shit that he's not gonna see. She's gonna understand stuff that he's not gonna understand, but he understands like this is where this is one of the final frontiers. Now, what do you think about that? She said, well, because think about it. When a woman gets involved with a man, he starts setting out various things. Now I'm just saying what I've experienced. Now I don't know, y'all can tell me, but it's like they will automatically start telling you like, hey, do this, do that, do this, do this, do that. If you do this, this will work better. This, you know what I'm saying? They start laying the whole damn plan out. You know what I mean?
The woman?
And so, the woman, yeah, she'll start maneuvering.
Women are way makers. Where y'all come up with the blueprint and we map it out.
Yeah, I mean, women, they do that, and I mean, and at the same time, it's like you kind of like they also they make things a lot easier when they're in the right state of mind. Like for instance, a house is good, but a woman makes it a damn home. You know what I mean? Like she can just make it a home. Like
because it's in our nature. It's in our nature. Like we're nurturers. We have nature and nurture. Like we take care of things. We take care of things too. So we take care. Y'all pay for everything, and we take care.
You breaking up now.
Oh, I'm breaking up. Oh, can you hear me?
You fine on my end.
I know. Oh,
we'll pause for technical difficulty here.
That's you over there now. You over there glitching.
Yeah, that's you.
Let me try to fix him over here.
He's completely frozen. You still stuck and frozen.
What happened?
It ain't my
fault. So we gonna take over
each other. Okay, let's.
Now, as far as this, why am I still single? Why? Oh, did you answer? Do you feel like? Do you know why you're still single, or do you know, or do you think you know why? No,
I don't think there's one particular reason. I don't think there's one in particular reason. I think there's a many different reasons. Either maybe this part of my journey, I'm not meant to be in a relationship. Maybe I'm still working on things that I need to work on for myself. Maybe the caliber of man I'm meeting sees no value in me. So there's so many. I don't think it's just one reason that one person is single.
Why do you feel you personally you're single though? Like you personally, you feel like it's different areas? Oh, because I thought you was like just talking about like in general. Okay.
No. That applies to me.
Okay. Me, I believe I'm still single. I'm a great person, and I'm still single because I had to, and I'm learning more of my value. In the past I didn't choose right. I didn't choose right. That had an impact on my life. And so now it's like more of like repairing myself, renewing myself, and reviving myself. My mentor say restore, restore, renew, and revive. And I'm going through that process of the healing. That way, I'm going to know I won't attract these. Like Kevin told me, like I'm not gonna attract so many predators, and if a predator do come along, now I know, like no,
yeah,
you're not it. Right. So right now I'm single because I know my main focus is me. My main focus is like fulfilling myself, fulfilling my peace, being whole already without somebody else. You know, we have to already come whole in a sense, I feel.
Did I get kicked out?
Yes,
wow. Look who wanna join the club now. Anywho, I was answering the question, why am I still single? And I was telling Manuska that I'm, going through like a reviving, restoring, renewing process, to where I know my values, I know how to set boundaries. That way I won't let so many jokers, in my life anymore. And I'm gonna know when somebody do come along, who's right and who's wrong for me. I'm gonna know I need to know who's right and who's wrong. So I believe right now I'm single. I'm single by, I kind of say by choice, but by
default.
Yeah, you can say that. I'm single by default. Most definitely. But to focus on me and to, become whole and focus on my purpose, then that's when they say somebody comes along when you're not thinking about it. When you least expect it. That's when
always.
So it's more of, people becoming more conscious to themselves and less conscious to like, finding somebody. Everybody be like, oh, if I had somebody, I'd be happy. I just want to be with somebody. Like once you get past that stage and you're happy to be alone, then that's when I feel like you are gonna, your universe, God is gonna put that person in your life. It's gonna bring it to you.
So you're saying basically when we get it somewhat together, we're gonna run into what we were supposed to run into.
Yeah, it's like we already have our person. Like I believe everybody who desires to be married, who desires to be with somebody, I believe our person. Of course, they're out there already. They're out there somewhere, and I hope he continue to deal with these crazy women so he could stop dealing with them and he'd be tired. I don't want him to keep
you out there. Tired.
Husband, slow down, I'm coming. No, but I believe, it like just like in life, we all have a destination, no matter how many detours you take, no matter how many times you mess up, no matter how, none of that matters. You're still going to get to where you got to go, period. Just like our person is out there. We're going to get to our person. But the more you're in tune with yourself, the more you're on track. I feel like it is a level to everything. And the more, just like if like a train, you feel me? If it's off the track, it's going to take longer to get to where it's going. But when you're on track, when you're in tune with yourself, I feel like you're getting closer to your person.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with that.
When you're in tune yourself, you're getting close to your person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, it's like I'm not single. I'm married. Technically, I just ain't got my ring yet, and I ain't got to him yet.
Because you're married to yourself. Yes.
Right.
So why the hell are we making all these damn? Why we be making all these damn pit stops then?
Pit stops along the way.
Shoot, being distracted from being distracted. I say distraction is the key, and that's the answer. You get distracted, you see something else, you get distracted and you're like, man, I do got to use the bathroom, knowing you can hold it another 10 minutes. If you kept going past that pit stop to pit stop where there's nobody there, you're going to use the bathroom, hop your ass back in on the road. But no, we like to stop, mingle, feeling like this is what we're supposed to do. All because of sight, though, because of what we see. Everything is because of what we see.
Oh, so it's about so y'all will agree it's about physical attraction, then, don't you?
Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie, because for real, like if you think about it, back in my younger days when I used to see people, like you see somebody that like you think I already picture myself in the bed with him, like, oh yeah, he's cute, like yeah, he's fine. That's a takedown right there. Y'all don't do that? Y'all never did that?
Do guys do that? Or do I do that?
Have you ever did that?
Oh, come on.
Like
man.
you seen somebody like you might not even, I don't know. It's just like, they're fine. You could just picture yourself with them and kissing them and, getting physical with them because they fine too.
But you don't like them like that.
Okay, don't judge me.
But you don't like them like that.
What?
But you
But
don't
yeah,
know.
those.
But you don't like them like that, and then you know that, and then when you get into it, they do something to break your heart. Then you say, "Well, they screwed over me."
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you give them that opportunity. You know, it's about giving people the opportunity. Like, oh, he's nice looking. I believe physical attraction is the main attraction. Physical. You got to be physically attracted to the person, or
the main attraction. It's a sight to see. Yeah,
right. But that's what brings you in, though. That's like the.
It's that first like ride
right.
on the roller coaster.
That first wave, right? But then some people. I'm trying to think. I was just talking about this the other day. Like I've talked to people. I can't say that are ugly, but that are not really my type in a sense. Like, but their personality was so bomb, like so it made them attractive to me. It's like okay, because they made me feel good, mentally and spiritually in a sense.
Even though you didn't see yourself with them long term, you talked to them.
No, it was more of a like, let's see, let's give it a chance type of thing.
But in the back of your mind, did you say, "Yeah, I don't know about this"?
Because of the looks? Nah, I haven't. I just be like, man, tell myself like, don't be so shallow. Like this person is cool. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen. But clearly, nothing happened.
I don't know.
Clearly, even ugly motherfuckers act stupid. No.
Me personally, I don't think God. Now, some guys may say some. I don't think guys just don't think like that.
How do y'all think? You mean some guys or a guy like you? How do you think, Chris?
I mean, guys. Period. I mean, I think every guy like has his own version of what he considers beautiful, and no man has like we have a compass of what we think looks good, but technicality, every man likes something different. You know what I'm saying? So for me to say every man likes it like this, that I don't think that's true. Even though people say, "Oh, well, this," but we have a overall view of what we think is fine. But then every man has something about a woman that they like more than this. Some guys like I'm giving you some guys like big titties, some guys like big ass, some guys like big legs.
That's all physical.
But I'm telling you, initially, that's where it starts. But let me break it down to you when you say physical. There are some girls that are fine as hell, but when a guy talks to them, their attitude is so shitty that they be like, "You can bounce." And there are some girls that may not look as good, but they know how to talk and maneuver. and next thing you know, the guy like, woof, damn, what happened? But it was just that they personality can pull you in. So and that's the part where I hear what women say, well, they're being shallow, but at the same time, it's just that's why God made men and He made women. I mean, we're very different, like in just how we think about things. So in actuality, like I hear some women say, you know what, I'm usually not attracted to this type of guy, but he had a really great personality, and I really thought he was a great guy. So I talked to him. He's not my type, but hey, I look past that. Guys like, I looked at her, she was bad. Like when we talk, man, she bad as hell. Damn. And then they zero in. Now if she has a nasty attitude, of course they'll say something like, you know what, I talked to a man, but damn, I can't do her attitude. And she's off the chart, versus this, you know what? She's a really nice girl. Like this girl is really nice. Like, you could talk to her. She's easy to talk to. And I've seen women win by being like that. They were just that person that, the guy just kept going to talk to over and over and over and over.
The personality, right?
Yeah, their personality was so damn good that then, a guy looked up and like, he's asking himself, damn, how that happen? And people were like around like, damn, yeah, how did that happen? But it happened. So I seen both, kind of happen. So I mean, teach his own, but I think that's kind of like effed up when they say, when a guy says, I look at it like this, and they say, oh, you being, you know, you're being
Shallow.
shallow because you're looking at the looks. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I think women look at looks. Like women have their own definition of what fine is.
Mm-hmm.
Like some women like guys as black as hell, and they don't like light skinned dudes. You
That's
know,
me.
I've heard women say that. Talking about, I don't do light skinned men. I like my men tall, black, or I just like them black. Some girls say, I can't. I like dudes that got a little thug in them. That's a type. That is a damn type. I don't care what they say.
Little thug,
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like listen. Some girls, have you ever heard girls say them big bodybuilding type dudes? They got all the muscles. They be like, "Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty."
I don't
I
like
like
that.
a little bit of muscle, but not like
A little
that.
bit of muscle, but not like that little G.I. Joe guy.
Yeah. We get. This time we definitely said we wanted to go over 2 hours. Manusha, you got a poem for us? Spoken word.
Yeah,
Last time you went deep.
That we talked about today.
Hold on. We about to go into the Manushka moment. This is a time of reflection as we go deep into the moments of Miss Manushka.
Thank you for the intro. Consistency. We both proclaimed we weren't ready to be exclusive. But as time progressed, you started to be on some new shit. Daily texts turned into pointless conversations and expectations turned into complications. Just like MapQuest, someone gave us the wrong directions. No. Correction. Gave you the wrong direction. Because, baby, I was at a one-way street. You was at a four-way intersection. Couldn't decide whether to fuck me, love me, or be with me. So your solution to the problem was to do all three, but all without giving me the title of wifey to be. So you decided to stop giving me your time, saying line after line, lie after lie, baby, intertwine your minds with mine, and we will sit atop cloud nine and discuss the true meaning of you giving someone your time. Full-time nursing student from 7 to 3. Work from 4 to 10, and I still find time to squeeze in an open mic show every now and again. I sometimes even perform in my work clothes, so don't tell me you can't perform because of your workload. So this is where I draw the line. Since you decided to use time as an excuse, I didn't chase you like cranberry juice. So no more calls a late night crease between the sheets because you bit off more than you could eat. Then 1 week later, you flip like a record player and text me, long time no see. Nigga, how am I the stranger when it was you who strayed away from me? Thinking you could walk in and out of my life whenever you please? Please. Don't take no offense when you fall into my line of defense because your offensive lines just didn't make sense. Gave me the false pretense that you actually liked me when you were just playing with the fantasy of being with me, whispering sweet nothing succulently, softly, slowly seducing me into your dreamland, where you're the king and you have the upper hand. Nigga, wake the fuck up. This ain't Neverland. Understand that you will never command me, so whose pussy is this you scream? Ooh, baby, it seems to have a misunderstanding. There'll be no branding of this pussy because who does it belong to? Me. You may be in it beating it up, but as soon as I nut, your visitation is up. I don't understand why men get this misinterpretation that sexual relations equals an infatuation of us becoming their boo. Not every chick that fucks you wants to be with you. It's always been known that women are emotional creatures, but read that Black and Blue book and Steve Harvey will teach you to act like a lady and think like a man. So now the tables are turned, I started to formulate my plan. You think I planned to be a girl, so you already had your speech ready. Baby, I like Renault, but I'm just not ready to go steady. So instead of asking me what my true intentions are, you decided to be stupid and make this shit hard. So find another chick to get your dick hard. Matter of fact, watch a flick, jack your shit off, because I'm not the one. The fun ended when you pretended to like me just to keep me coming. But nigga, all I needed was that dick to get this pussy coming. So as of now, I am through with you. The next time you get a girl, you should know what to do. Stop setting standards for us to follow through, unless you're going to be a man, follow them too. Damn. And the fucked up part was, I really like this man, but I refuse to pursue a man without a plan. I choose to start off right where I began.
Oh! Sound the alarm, y'all. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm.
That was hot.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. And I mean, that was one of the greatest things to kind of end it off on right there. And y'all got any last words y'all want to say to our guests? I know it's when you went on, man, the numbers went up a little bit. I was like, oh shit. So
that was hard.
I'm gonna start. The question we had was, I'm a great person. Why am I still single? All right, Manusha, you got the floor. Last words. What do you have to say about that? And then we go to MILF next, and I'll close it out.
I just have to say that being single is a blessing. It makes you fall in love with yourself like never before. And that is meant to be the foundation of you starting a foundation with someone else. You have to build upon yourself. And in those moments is when you can do it. And don't let anybody convince you that your love doesn't exist out there. They do. Y'all just ain't find each other yet.
All right, Miss Lady, you got it. Last word.
She said it all. She said it all and some. Yeah, I just feel like, if you feel like you're a great person, there shouldn't be no limit on greatness. You feel me? So keep elevating, keep, being great. And like Manusha said, that person, the more you're on track, the closer you get to that person, you're able to figure out yourself. You'll know how to react. For us women, that's the key, is the reaction, even to men. But, embrace your singleness. Once you can learn to embrace your singleness, that's it. Another person being in a relationship is not going to seem like, something that's necessary or a necessity. It's just going to be more of like an accessory to you, another part.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it out. When we really talk about the things of being a great person and actually you're single, I think one thing you got to do is look at yourself and look in the mirror and be able to face that person in the mirror and ask yourself the 3 questions: Are you the best person you can be mentally, physically, and spiritually? Are you the best version of yourself? And I think when we're able to look at ourselves and examine ourselves, and then understand our weaknesses, understand our strengths, and understand that it is a growing process, that you have to be able to learn yourself and learn about yourself, and then make corrections within yourself. Then you're able to kind of step into various things of life that you never know was around you and never even know existed until you took the opportunity to better yourself. Yeah. So when it all comes down to relationship, it begins with you versus what someone can do for you. Let's look at what we can do for them. And when you go into a relationship like that, you have a giving spirit, and whatever you give, you sow, you reap. This is Chris Carter with Manusha and MILF. We do this, the formula, every other Thursday. The most potent mix of conversation that you'll hear. This is our 2nd episode, so it helps us when you subscribe, like the channel, share with your friends. Also, we want to start getting you guys involved with the comments, and also bringing some of you on live and kind of talk about some of the topics that we are talking about when it comes to pretty much anything. We're open, but this is where we want to actually learn how to examine ourselves to make our person the best version of who we can become. Until then, from Manusha, MILF, and Chris, we out.
We out.